They tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed laced with fire. Not only did you grow, you scorched the ground they cursed you on. To those who aimed to break you, who smiled in your face while plotting behind your back, this message is your reckoning. You didn't just try to destroy a person, you waged war against a force the universe handpicked. And now, the one you tried to erase is rising, louder, brighter, and more powerful than ever. You underestimated the Chosen. Now deal with the consequences. If this message hits something deep inside you, like and subscribe right now. Help this reach more chosen ones who need to hear it. Every time you engage, you're helping this energy spread. You're signaling to the algorithm that this truth matters and it needs to echo across the world. Let's shake the silence. Let's call the tribe home. Welcome, chosen ones. You weren't made to blend in. You weren't picked to live quietly. You were forged in chaos, selected by the universe itself. Not because you were perfect, but because you were powerful. You didn't just survive a bad season. You survived betrayal dressed as family, manipulation disguised as love, and spiritual warfare masked in smiles and handshakes. You were hunted for your light. You were doubted, mocked, and misread. But you were never mistaken. They knew who you were. That's why they feared you. Being chosen doesn't come with comfort. It comes with chaos. You became the battleground for wars no one could see. They fought you thinking it was personal. It wasn't. It was cosmic. They weren't just attacking you, they were challenging the force that chose you. And that's a fight they were never meant to win. You're not just a survivor. You're a silent storm walking in skin. You're the proof that light can take hits and still shine. You carry a presence that exposes the darkness in others without saying a word. Your energy speaks louder than their lies, and it haunts them. It rattles their fake peace. That's why they tried so hard to silence you, because your truth is their mirror, and your rise is their reminder that the universe picks its own. And when it does, no enemy plan can prosper. They couldn't break your soul, so they tried to break your spirit. But here you are, breathing, walking, wiser, stronger, and now they're about to witness the kind of comeback that doesn't just inspire, it convicts. Because people will wonder how you're still here, how you're still standing, but they'll never understand the kind of battles you fought in silence. They won't know the nights you cried, the moments you almost gave up, or the strength it took just to smile. They'll only see the glow, the power, the transformation. The power of being chosen is not loud, but it is undeniable. It follows you, it fights for you, it protects you in ways that don't make sense. And when people go up against it, their own lives start to unravel, not because you cursed them, but because they cursed the hand the universe had over you. And you don't mess with chosen ones and walk away unchanged. So, hold your head up. Walk like every step is guided, because it is. You were never alone. You were never forsaken. You were hidden, protected for a time like this. And now the unveiling has begun. Chosen one, the world is about to find out what you survived. And when they do, they're going to wish they never touched you. Now that the stage is set, let's dive into this, step by step. Trust me, if you're one of the chosen, you'll feel the pull to stay with this until the very end. You're about to understand why everything you've survived has been preparing you for this moment. The world is going to be stunned when they realize what you've overcome. So stick with me, because this journey will reveal the truth they never saw coming. Drop the number 77 in the comments if you're ready to let your story unfold, and get ready to shock the world. Let's get started. Number 1. They used your kindness as a sword. Now watch them feel the edge of it. They tried to weaponize your goodness, didn't they? Used your own kindness against you like a blade in their hands. What they didn't know is that the universe never makes a mistake when it chooses its warriors. And now, that blade they tried to twist into your heart is turning back on them. You see, they thought your softness made you weak. But what they failed to understand is that the universe doesn't send its chosen ones into battle unprepared. You were never weak. You were just playing by a different set of rules. Now, let me hit you with the truth. They didn't know who they were messing with. They thought they could bend you, break you, or use your empathy against you. But here's the catch. Being chosen by the universe means you can never be fully destroyed. You were sent to break cycles, challenge false narratives, and rise from the ashes in ways that don't just shock people. They send them into disbelief. The same kindness they tried to weaponize will become your strength, and it will be the thing that leaves them speechless when they see how whole you've become after all the attacks. Your power is not just in the fight. It's in what happens after. They thought they were doing you a favor, draining your light, pushing you to your breaking point. But what they didn't realize is that every time they knocked you down, the universe lifted you up even higher. Now they'll get to watch you rise stronger than before. They'll witness the quiet power of a person who survived everything the world threw at them and emerged not only unbroken, but unshakable. Here's a question. Did you ever stop to wonder why you were picked for this life? Why you've been through the fire, the betrayal, the lies and the wars that seemed never-ending? It's because the universe knew that you weren't just going to survive. You were going to shine. They thought they could break your spirit, but what they failed to see was the fire you've been carrying all along, one that would never go out, no matter how hard they tried to snuff it. People underestimate what the chosen ones can take. They see your kindness, your patience, and your ability to keep pushing forward even when it seems impossible. But they don't understand that what looks like softness is actually unyielding strength in disguise. They thought they could manipulate you, play on your generosity, take advantage of your compassion. But they didn't realize that your true power isn't just in how you treat others. It's in your ability to rise over and over again, even when they wanted you down. And when they see you rise again, when they see the full force of the universe aligning behind you, they're going to wish they'd never crossed you. You see, when you're chosen, the universe has your back in ways people can't even comprehend. They can plot, scheme, and attempt to tear you down, but they're playing a game they don't even understand. You're not just fighting on your own. The universe is working behind the scenes, making sure that every step you take is a step toward your higher purpose. Every battle you've faced, every hurt you've endured, it was preparing you for something bigger, something more powerful than they could ever imagine. And here's where they made their fatal mistake. They thought your kindness was a weakness. They thought that because you believed in something bigger than yourself, because you had empathy, because you gave without expecting in return, that they could take advantage of you. What they didn't realize is that the chosen ones are forged in the fire of adversity, tested in ways most people can't fathom. Your kindness wasn't something to be used against you. It was your armor, your shield, your secret weapon. And now the universe is about to show them exactly what happens when they mess with someone chosen for greatness. The tables are turning and the energy is shifting. You've been underestimated for far too long. They thought your smile was a sign of weakness, but it was really a warning. They thought your calm was a sign of submission, but it was the calm before the storm. And now that storm is coming, and it's going to leave them breathless. But let's be real for a second. Even you, the chosen one, have doubted yourself. In the moments of darkness, you wondered if you were really meant for this. You questioned your path, your purpose, and your power. You thought, why me? Why am I the one who has to face all this pain? And that's where you almost made the biggest mistake of all, doubting the power of being chosen, doubting your light. Let me make this crystal clear. You were never meant to follow a typical path. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to be part of the crowd. You were chosen because the universe saw something in you that others didn't. A power, a light, an ability to turn the tides of battle in ways that no one else could. Your journey wasn't meant to be easy, and it wasn't meant to be understood by everyone. But now, you're about to show the world what happens when someone chosen for greatness finally embraces their purpose. They thought they could use your kindness to break you. They didn't know that your kindness was just the surface. Underneath was a storm of power that will shake the very foundations of everything they thought they knew. They thought they could use your compassion to control you, to manipulate you. But the truth is, they were playing with fire, and now it's time for them to feel the heat. So don't you dare doubt the power of being chosen. The universe aligned itself to help you, and anyone who stands against that force will learn just how powerful you truly are. Let them keep underestimating you. Let them keep thinking they can use your goodness against you. Because when you rise, and trust me, you will rise, they won't know what hit them. You're not just surviving anymore. You're about to shock the world. They'll never see it coming. Let them feel the edge of the sword they tried to use against you. Let them experience the power of a soul that was never meant to be broken. Let them understand that being chosen isn't a curse. It's the universe's way of ensuring that you come out of every battle stronger than before. And when they see who you've become, when they realize what you've truly survived, they won't be able to do anything but watch in awe. And believe me, by the time they realize what they were up against, it will be too late. Number 2. They crafted a reality to shatter you, but you were built to redefine it. You didn't just survive the hardships life threw at you. You survived a reality that was custom designed to break you down at your core. While others went through their own struggles, your battles felt more personal, more targeted, as if everything in your path was meticulously crafted to attack your soul. It wasn't just bad luck or unfortunate circumstances. No, you were in the midst of a spiritual war, one that you didn't ask for but was thrust upon you. It wasn't a simple series of events. It was a deeply orchestrated pattern meant to fracture your spirit. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. The chaos around you was never random. It had purpose. It was layered in ways that felt far too specific to be mere coincidence. Betrayal didn't just sting. It went straight for the parts of you that you trusted the most. It wasn't just about being hurt. It was about being targeted by the very people you cared for. Every attack, every insult, every misstep seemed like it was hand-picked to get under your skin, to tear you apart from the inside. And while the world around you crumbled, you were pushed to the edge of your endurance. But here's the truth you need to understand. You weren't just a victim of circumstance, you were a threat. The moment your soul entered this world, you were a target. The universe knew what you could become, and so did your enemies. That's why they tried so hard to break you. You see, when you're chosen, when you have the light that the world doesn't understand, those who live in darkness will go to extraordinary lengths to keep you down. But the more they tried to bury you, the more you revealed the strength inside you. They thought they could stop you. What they didn't realize is that the deeper they pushed, the more they were awakening something far greater than they could ever anticipate. What you survived wasn't just emotional or physical, it was energetic. There's an invisible force that surrounds the chosen ones, and the world doesn't know how to handle it. People can sense your power, even when you don't fully realize it yourself. The universe saw the warrior in you before you could even understand your own worth. And because of that, the forces of darkness tried to throw everything at you, every demon, every curse, every whisper of doubt. They knew what you could become, and they did everything in their power to destroy you before you even knew how to fight back. But here's where the power lies. Instead of crumbling, instead of giving in, you recoded the entire game. You didn't conform to the plan they laid out for you. You didn't break. You didn't surrender. You cracked the pattern wide open. You rewrote the script, and in doing so, you chose a path that nobody saw coming. When the world tried to box you in, you found a way out. When they tried to control your fate, you fought back with your soul's resilience. And now, you're stepping into the version of you that they tried so hard to bury. What they never saw coming was your ability to adapt, to evolve. You didn't just survive the chaos, you thrived in it. Every betrayal, every struggle, every loss, each one became a building block that led to your transformation. You didn't just learn from your experiences, you absorbed them, you grew from them, and you emerged stronger. The more they tried to break you, the more you discovered how unbreakable you truly are. In the face of all this destruction, you found the truth of who you are. You discovered the power that was lying dormant inside you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. The universe had a plan for you from the very start, and that plan wasn't to see you fall, it was to see you rise. They wanted to create a world where you were insignificant, where your light was snuffed out before it could ever shine. But the universe had other plans. You were always meant for something bigger, and while they tried to make your life hell, it was in that very hell that you found your wings. The deeper the darkness got, the clearer your light became. You didn't bow to the chaos, and you didn't let it define you. You fought back in the only way you could, by refusing to give up. And in doing so, you became something they never expected, unshakable, untouchable, and absolutely unstoppable. But don't think for a second that it's over. It's just the beginning. The reality they tried to create for you, the one designed to break you, has already crumbled. You've rewritten the rules, you've changed the game, you've survived the worst, and now you're stepping into the best version of yourself. The power you've unlocked is not just your own. It's a force of the universe, a divine alignment that cannot be stopped. And those who tried to keep you in the shadows will now watch as you step into the light, stronger than ever before. You didn't just survive the storm, you became the storm. And when they look at you, when they see the power you've gained from all the battles they tried to destroy you with, they'll realize that they were never up against just you. They were up against fate, against destiny, and against a soul that was never meant to be broken. So remember this, the reality they built to break you, it's already been shattered. And now it's your turn to build something even greater, something that no one will be able to touch, break, or destroy. You're no longer a victim of their chaos. You're the master of your own destiny, and the universe is behind you every step of the way. Number 3. They called you the black sheep, but you were always the catalyst for change. You were never meant to fit in. In fact, the very essence of who you are is the reason they tried so hard to push you out. You were cast as the outsider, the problem, the black sheep, the one who didn't conform, the one who challenged everything. They never understood you, never saw your true value. They labeled you as the troublemaker, the misfit, the one who didn't belong. But let me be clear, they didn't reject you because you were wrong. They rejected you because you made them face truths about themselves. They were too afraid to confront. You carried something with you that they couldn't see. You had the golden blueprint, the energy to heal, the light that could shift everything in the room. But instead of embracing it, they feared it. They didn't want to acknowledge the power in your presence because that power forced them to look at their own dysfunction. Your authenticity was like a mirror they couldn't stand to look into. You were a reminder of everything they tried to bury. And for that, they rejected you. But here's the truth. You were never meant to fit into their broken systems. You were born to disrupt them. You came into this world with a purpose far bigger than the petty politics of family dynamics or social circles. You weren't here to be accepted. You were here to show them what they had been doing wrong all along. The systems, the traditions, the expectations, they were built on shaky ground, rooted in secrecy, generational trauma, and silent suffering. And you were the catalyst for change. You were the one who would break the cycle, even if they didn't want you to. Now, let's be real for a moment. Living as the black sheep isn't easy. You've had to endure the weight of isolation, the sting of rejection, the constant feeling of being misunderstood. But through it all, you didn't lose your heart. You didn't let bitterness consume you, even when it felt like the whole world was against you. You stayed true to who you are, even when the people who should have loved you most couldn't see your worth. It's easy to get lost in the role they gave you, to believe the lies they told you about being an outsider or a troublemaker. But here's the thing you need to remember. Being the black sheep wasn't a curse. It was your calling. They didn't understand you because they weren't meant to. They were too caught up in their own cycles of pain and denial to see that you were the one who could break them free. You were the one holding the key to their liberation, even if they couldn't see it yet. When you're the black sheep, people often try to box you in, label you, and convince you that you're the problem. But the truth is, the real problem is the dysfunction they're trying to protect. You were the spark, the disruption, the one who questioned the status quo. And in doing so, you uncovered the cracks in their facade. You made them uncomfortable, and for that, they tried to shame you, silence you, and push you aside. But no matter how hard they tried, you didn't break. You didn't give up. You didn't let their rejection define you. Instead, you used their resistance as fuel. You let their fear of you be the fire that ignited your purpose. Because deep down, you knew you weren't the problem. They were. You weren't the one who needed fixing. They were. And by standing firm in your truth, by holding on to your authenticity, you showed them the one thing they couldn't deny. You were stronger than they ever thought you could be. You were more powerful than they ever imagined. And now, as the roles reverse, as the tables turn, the one they tried to shame, the one they cast out, is about to become the cornerstone. The truth is, the black sheep is often the one with the vision. You're the one who sees beyond the dysfunction, beyond the brokenness, and who can help guide others toward healing. You have a unique perspective because you've been on the outside looking in. You've seen things from a vantage point that others couldn't. And it's that very perspective that gives you the power to change the game. As you stand in your power, as you embrace the fullness of who you are, the world is about to realize that the black sheep is no longer the outsider. You are the one they need, the one who can show them the way out of their own pain. You are the cornerstone, the foundation of something new, something better, something healed. And when the dust settles, when they look back at everything they tried to do to break you, they'll see it for what it really was, an attempt to suppress the very force that could heal them. They tried to reject you, to isolate you, to make you feel small. But all along, you were the one who was destined to stand tall. You were the one who was meant to bring about the change they needed, even if they didn't want to see it at the time. So now, it's your turn. You're no longer the black sheep. You are the one who holds the power to rebuild, to reshape, and to lead the way. The role reversal is happening right before your eyes. The world is about to see that the one they tried to cast out was the one they were meant to follow all along. The black sheep is no longer the outsider. You are the cornerstone of everything they didn't know they needed. And they will have no choice but to watch as you rise. Number 4. They told you to stay quiet, but you found your voice, and now they're terrified. You were always given advice that sounded good on the surface, but if you paid attention, you'd see the true intent behind it. Be humble, they told you, but what they really meant was, stay quiet. Don't stand out. Don't shine brighter than the rest. Don't get your hopes up, they warned. But what they really meant was, don't aim higher than we ever did. Don't even think about outgrowing us. It wasn't genuine concern. It wasn't selfless advice. It was a psychological assassination attempt disguised as care. They were using your ambition as a target and their so-called guidance as a weapon. They never told you to aim for greatness. They told you to accept mediocrity. They never encouraged you to speak your truth. They encouraged you to remain silent. They gave you just enough advice to make it sound like they wanted the best for you. But the truth is, they were trying to keep you small. They were trying to keep you in line. They wanted you to stay within the boundaries they had set for you, the limits they had created, because they were afraid of your potential, afraid of your growth, afraid of your rise. But here's the truth that they couldn't take from you. You didn't listen to their limitations. You didn't let their fake concern suffocate your dreams. You heard their doubt, their whispers of, "You can't," and you chose belief instead. You saw the cage they tried to put you in, the walls they built around you with their words, and you broke free. You didn't just survive their attempts to shrink you, you outgrew them. Every time they tried to dim your light, you turned up the brightness. Every time they tried to bury your dreams, you found a way to make them bloom. You didn't just absorb their negativity, you transmuted it into power. They thought they could kill your confidence with their insults and their so-called advice. But all they did was light a fire under you. What they intended to destroy became the very fuel that propelled you forward. The more they tried to suppress you, the higher you soared. Every word they spoke to hold you back. Every warning they whispered to make you doubt yourself only pushed you to believe in your own power even more. And now, look at you. You've found your voice. You've found your purpose. You've found your strength. And it's everything they never wanted you to have. They tried to stop your rise, but all they did was make you stronger. The very confidence they tried to crush has now become your weapon. The very voice they tried to silence is now the one that commands attention. You're no longer the quiet one who listens to their limitations. You are the one they have to listen to now. But let's be honest, this wasn't easy. The psychological warfare they waged against you wasn't subtle. It was constant. It was relentless. And in the moments when you doubted yourself, when you questioned whether their words were true, you had to fight to hold on to your belief in yourself. It would have been easier to follow their advice, to stay quiet, to stay small, to conform to their vision of who you should be. But you didn't. You chose to believe in something bigger, something more powerful. You chose to believe in your own potential. And now, as you rise, they're watching. They're watching as you step into the version of yourself they tried to keep locked away. They're watching as you shine brighter than they ever thought possible. They're watching, and they're terrified, because everything they tried to bury is now coming to life in ways they can't control. They tried to assassinate your confidence, to make you doubt yourself, to convince you that you weren't good enough. But you made it out. You survived their manipulation. You survived their attempts to make you shrink. And now, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Your voice is louder than their whispers. Your confidence is stronger than their doubt. And your rise, it's unstoppable. You've proven them wrong. You've shown them that their limitations were never yours to carry. You've taken their attempts to shrink you and turned them into stepping stones. Now, as you stand taller, as you step into your power, you become everything they never wanted you to be. They tried to hold you back, but all they did was push you forward. So let them watch. Let them see you soar. They may have tried to tear you down, but you've built yourself up into something they can't touch. The person they tried to silence is now the one who speaks with authority. The person they tried to shrink is now the one who stands tall, unshakable, and unbreakable. And the best part? They'll never be able to take that away from you. They tried to assassinate your confidence, but all they did was turn you into the force they never saw coming. Now, they're going to have to reckon with the reality that the person they tried to crush is the one they should have been listening to all along. Number 5. You died in silence, and what rose from that grave is unstoppable. There are types of death that no one sees, no one understands, and yours was one of those. It wasn't a death that came with a body to bury or a memorial to mark your passing. No, this was the kind of death that stripped you of everything, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. It was the kind of death that happens when your soul feels hollow, when every ounce of your energy is drained, and even getting out of bed feels like dragging yourself out of a grave. But here's the thing. No one saw it. No one shed a tear for you. There were no hands reaching out to pull you back. They didn't even notice. And that's the thing about this kind of death. It's not loud, it's not dramatic. It doesn't come with flashing lights or moments of sympathy. It shows up quietly, in the silence of your own thoughts, in the loneliness that fills the spaces no one else dares to enter. No one saw the battles you fought alone, the moments when you were at your lowest. They couldn't hear the screams you silenced inside yourself because you were too busy pretending to be fine. You kept showing up day after day, acting like everything was okay, even though deep inside something sacred had collapsed. You were dying on the inside while the world kept moving, oblivious to your suffering. But here's the truth. In that space, in that hollow place, something incredible happened. In that moment when the world thought you were done, when they counted you out and left you to crumble, your soul quietly reborn. While they were unaware, you were being transformed. You survived the death of the version of you that tried to please everyone, that gave too much of yourself to people who couldn't see your worth. That version of you that was willing to lose yourself just to fit in, just to be accepted, just to avoid confrontation. That version of you died, and in its place, something new, something stronger, something unrecognizable emerged. They didn't see it, but you did. And maybe, at first, you didn't even recognize it yourself. You didn't realize that the pain, the isolation, the emptiness was shaping you into someone unbreakable. You didn't realize that in those dark moments, you were being remade into the person you were always meant to be. When the world thought you were losing everything, you were actually gaining something far more powerful, your own soul's power. You didn't need anyone's approval anymore. You didn't need validation. You no longer had to keep pretending that everything was okay. Because deep inside, you knew something profound had changed. You survived a death that most people will never understand. And you didn't just survive, you thrived. You made it out of that darkness, out of that grave, stronger than ever before. The person you once were, the one who tried to make everyone happy, the one who stayed quiet to avoid conflict, the one who sacrificed their happiness for others, she or he is gone. What rose from that death is something more fierce, more powerful, more real than anything the world had ever known. And now, as you stand in the aftermath, the world is starting to sense something different about you. They can feel the shift in your energy. They may not understand what's changed, but they know something has. The old version of you was quiet, hesitant, unsure. The new version of you? Unstoppable, bold, authentically you. You're no longer afraid to stand in your truth, no longer willing to let others walk over you, no longer willing to shrink yourself just to make others feel comfortable. They thought they could kill your spirit. They thought they could break you, make you feel like you didn't matter, like you weren't enough. But what they didn't realize is that what they tried to destroy was just the shell of who you really were. You were never meant to be the person they expected. You were never meant to be the person who fit into their limited views of what you should be. You were meant to be more. And the death you experienced was the very thing that made you realize it. When you died in silence, when you endured that deep, hollow pain no one else could see, you were actually coming alive in ways they couldn't comprehend. They thought they were burying you, but they were only making space for the real you to rise. And now, as you stand here, reborn, empowered, whole, you're ready to show the world what they missed. You're ready to show them that the death they thought they saw wasn't your end. It was your beginning. So let them keep walking through life, oblivious to the depth of your journey. Let them keep thinking that you're the same person they knew before, the one who tried to please everyone, the one who shrank when the world asked for too much. Because the truth is, they'll never know what you've been through. They'll never understand the death you survived, and they'll never understand the power that came from it. But you know, don't you? You know that what rose from that grave is a version of you that no one can break. A version of you that has been forged in the fire of your own transformation. And no matter how many more deaths come your way, you'll never go back to who you were, because that person is gone. And now, you're ready to take on the world. Number 6. They hated you for a destiny you hadn't even stepped into yet. Before you even had a name for your purpose, before you knew what destiny was calling you to, you were already being attacked. People disliked you, even before you had anything to show for yourself, before the success, before the recognition, before you had even figured out who you truly were. You hadn't walked into your destiny yet, and yet there they were, throwing stones and questioning your every move. It never made sense, did it? Why the hate? Why the animosity? You hadn't done anything wrong. You hadn't even fully arrived. But the truth is, it wasn't about you at all. It was about what they felt from you. You were triggering something in them, a frequency they couldn't ignore. There was something divine about your energy, something radiant that they couldn't put their finger on. You didn't even know it yourself, not at first. But the moment you stepped into any room, the moment your presence was felt, it disturbed them. They felt your light, your potential, and it clashed with the darkness they were still hiding in. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to say a word. Just being you, just existing, was enough to make them uncomfortable. And instead of confronting their own darkness, they lashed out at you. You weren't just surviving envy, you were surviving a spiritual warfare that started before you even knew you had the tools to fight. This wasn't just petty jealousy. It was a battle on a much deeper level, one that they tried to start before you even had the armor to protect yourself. It was an energy war, and the moment you stepped into the world, they saw something in you that they feared. They feared your light, your potential, and the destiny that was waiting to unfold, even if you hadn't stepped into it yet. They feared it so much that they tried to destroy you before you even realized what was coming. And the truth is, you didn't just survive that kind of attack. You grew from it. You withstood it. You stood in the fire, even when you didn't understand why it was burning. You didn't have the weapons then. You didn't have the knowledge. You didn't even have the clarity. But somehow, you made it through. You learned how to fight in the dark, how to stay standing when everything around you tried to make you fall. And now, here you are, standing tall, aware, and with authority. You've found your footing in the midst of chaos, and the power that was once hidden is now unapologetically yours. What they didn't realize is that their attempts to tear you down only served to strengthen you. They thought they could break you by attacking you before you had even arrived at your full potential. What they didn't understand is that you were always destined for greatness, and their attempts to destroy you were only pushing you toward it. You were never meant to be ordinary, and you were never meant to be easy for people to understand. The divine energy you carry isn't for everyone, and not everyone will be able to handle it. But that's not your problem. That's their struggle. And now, as you stand in the fullness of who you are, you realize the power that came from all of that hate. You realize that the attacks, the envy, the resistance, it was all part of the process. They tried to destroy you, to stop you before you even began. But what they didn't realize is that you were never meant to fit in their world. You were meant to disrupt it. They couldn't see the destiny that was waiting for you, but now that it's unfolding, there's nothing they can do to stop it. What's even more powerful than the attacks they threw at you is how you responded. You didn't retaliate. You didn't lower yourself to their level. You didn't engage in the petty warfare they tried to start. You stood there, silent and strong, letting your journey shape you into something that they couldn't touch. You survived spiritual warfare before you even knew how to fight. And now that you've walked through the fire, you're standing taller, stronger, and more aware than ever before. They hated you for a destiny you hadn't even walked into yet. But now that you've arrived, now that you've embraced your calling, watch as the very things they tried to destroy are the things that empower you. Watch as the strength they thought they could steal from you is the very thing that fuels your rise. They saw you as a threat before you even knew what you were capable of. And now that they see you walking into your power, they realize they were never in control. You were always the one they were meant to fear, but not for the reasons they thought. You didn't just survive the hate, the envy, the jealousy. You thrived in it. You learned from it. And now you walk forward with the kind of power that no one can take from you. They thought they could stop your destiny before it even began. But all they did was push you toward it faster. And now you are standing in the very power they tried to suppress. You didn't just survive their attacks, you turned them into the fuel that drives your rise. So let them watch. Let them see what happens when they try to destroy the chosen ones before they even have the chance to shine. Let them see that nothing can stand in the way of your destiny, not their envy, not their fear, not their hate. You were always meant for greatness, and now that you've walked into your power, nothing and no one can stop you. Number 7. The world won't recognize you, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. As you stand here now, on the other side of everything they tried to throw at you, there's one undeniable truth. The world will never recognize the version of you that you've become, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. The people who thought they knew you, who tried to define you by their own limitations, their own fears, their own insecurities, they won't understand the power that now radiates from you. They won't see the warrior you've become, forged through fire, tested by betrayal, and strengthened by every obstacle that came your way. And guess what? You don't need their recognition. You don't need their approval. You don't need to fit into the boxes they tried to put you in. You've outgrown all of that. You've stepped into a power that is beyond their understanding. And now it's time for you to fully embrace the truth of who you are. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to disrupt, to challenge, to break the cycles of limitation and doubt that the world tried to impose on you. And now the world will see that. What they tried to break, they've only made stronger. What they tried to hide, they've only made shine brighter. You've survived a death that no one saw. You've walked through fires they didn't know existed. You've been the black sheep, the outsider, the misunderstood. But now, you are the cornerstone. The very things they tried to tear you down with are now the foundation of your strength. So let them watch, let them wonder, let them try to piece together the pieces of a story they'll never fully understand. You've written your own narrative, and the pages you turn now are the chapters of your own power, your own rise. You no longer need their validation, their pity, or their approval. You've been chosen, you've been tested, and now you are unstoppable. As you continue forward, remember this: the best is yet to come. The people who doubted you, the ones who tried to hold you back, they'll soon realize that the person they tried to destroy is the one who was always destined to change the game. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You've already done that. Now, it's time for the world to watch you step into the greatness that was always yours. You are the living proof that no attack, no betrayal, no form of hatred can stop what is meant for you. Your journey, your rise, your power, it's just beginning, and the universe is on your side. Keep walking, keep shining, because everything you've been through, everything you've survived, has led you right here. And now, you're ready to show the world what happens when they underestimate the chosen ones. As you reflect on everything you've survived, remember this: you've been through hell, but now you're walking in your power. The world doesn't know the full extent of your journey, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. You're stepping into a destiny they never saw coming, and nothing can stop it now. If you resonate with this message, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who need to hear it. Drop the number 77 in the comments if you're ready to embrace your true power. Let's keep this energy moving, because the best is yet to come.